I'm prepping for a class demo I'm doing tomorrow, so I just thought I would jump on live, and I'm just playing with paper and paint. I've been working with canvas a lot, so it's just very different working with paper. And I'm just playing with water. I've got a big bucket of water here, and I'm just making little shapes with the water and adding paint, and I was having a lot of fun, so I just thought I would share it with you. I'm really just playing. I love these. These are these really thick graphite sticks. They're like jumbo crayon, they're kind of rough, and they just make great shapes. And I find if you can step away from paintbrushes, it helps you be loose. And the paper is making a lovely grainy shape here as well. It's just different. And I also really like these are little ink sticks. So they're literally compressed sticks made of ink, so they give a really, really strong colour once they get wet. So I'm just having a little play. I'm not really thinking too much. And then these are golden high flow. They're really, really good pigments. I use these a lot, and these are a little bit dry because I haven't closed them up properly. And then I find if I stay away from paintbrushes, I like to use old disposable cutlery. This is nice and thick with paint. And I'm just spreading it out here. I actually don't like that. But when you have thick paint and then you add liquid paint on top of it, it creates a beautiful texture because the liquid paint is having to move over the thick paint. So something interesting is happening there now. And here, a spoon. I'm just trying not really to think too much and just... More water. Now that I like. I like these kind of giant drops of water. Of course, the paper, whoa, it's going to spill. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another page, I'm going to press it on top. Oh wow. Now actually I prefer the one I've pressed in than this, because this one I'm thinking too much. And there's just a lovely effortless quality to this. So I'm kind of making these, and I also love the texture of the thick paint and the little mark of the liquid paint. So this is so much more interesting to me than this. I think I would make this, let this dry, and this might be a nice little study for a larger painting. So I'm just going to throw this to one side. I have a whole heap of these, and I'm just going to, okay, let's press it here. I'm also thinking about cutting up pieces of paper, making collage elements. These also are fantastic. These are catalyst wedges, and they're just great for mark making. find the thing with painting for me sometimes is just about starting. Once I start, then I can respond to what's there. The first painting was just really like a doodle, the first sketch. Well, this one is more interesting. All dried out. Now I also like the way this is actually now removing paint, cutting through because everything is still wet. And I like this pink coming back. In fact, let's add more pink. I love this time of year when flowers are coming back and there's all these cherry blossoms and daffodils. It's quite wet. Just some blue. I don't know if you can see, but the blue is blending with all the paint, and then it's also going along the lines, the fibre of the paper. And it's making really nice marks. And I like the way there's little islands of the lighter paint showing through. Now if I add a little bit of pink to this. Got a little sketch pad here. I'm just going to mop up the wet part here. That's so cool. I don't know if you can see that. I really like that. I think I like it because it's looser and there are boulder marks. Like this, I've just got all these little small elements. So I need to try and reproduce this energy here. That's really cool. Okay, I'm going to leave that here. So I need to be bolder. And when it's this wet, it's hard to blend because everything can go muddy very fast. That's already an improvement. What I'm going to do with this excess paint here is I'm going to wipe this on this paper here. Love all these little edges, things that are happening. This is getting very I like the shapes of the thick paint. I like the little pink petals. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time to paint, and I think you can do an awful lot in a very short space of time if you're bold. Oh, nothing like watching wet paint and water move. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm just trying to control it by moving the paper. I really like all this little texture around the thick paint, and you see there's all the different little colours that come through there. These will give me great ideas as studies for larger paintings. I like the negative space. And it's all very wet. What I would do if this was a painting, if this was canvas, I would let it dry, and then I would add in more layers that would go through, and you'd see some of these. It's really, really wet. I'm going to have to let that dry. But my favourite is this one. I just love the little shapes here, and I love this sweep of bluey green and the little kind of green lines up there. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to pack up some paints and paper for this demo I'm doing tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Oh, what type of paper are you working on? This is, I just find really, really thick paper because I'm using a lot of water. So this is actually a cheap Elements acrylic paper, and it is, the most important thing is the weight. This is 360 gram weight. I have, because I'm using so much water, otherwise, you know, just doesn't allow me to do these kind of things. Okay, hope you enjoyed. I'm off to pack up. Take care. Bye. Thanks for watching.